He's a one-off. He's a record breaker, history maker. And here he is, live from the Etihad Stadium. First thing, Erling, congratulations. What a night for you on a personal level. How on earth did that feel?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, a bit unreal, to be honest. I wasn't thinking of this kind of record when I came here, and yeah, to break it is means I've done something special, and I'm really proud of this moment and of this game. And yeah, what can I do? I have to thank first of all my teammates for making it possible, Pep and all the trainers for training with me every day and making the tactics so I can score the goals. And yeah, also all my friends and family and all the people around me is also someone I have to thank for making me stay humble and be ready for every single game.
And you were ready tonight from that lovely ball from Jack Grealish. What about the finish? Talk us through it.
Yeah, I saw he was coming out a bit. Here you have it. Give me a second so I can see it again.
What was that feeling like when you saw it go in?
That's perfect. It's a perfect goal. So yeah, me and Jack spoke about it, that he wanted to get the assist for the record-breaking goal, and yeah, it was perfect. You see the goal yourself. It's a nice goal, and I'm really proud. And I saw the keeper was long out, so I decided to chip, and it was perfect.
Erling, it's Michael Owen here. I just wanted to take you back right to the very start of your Manchester City career. You played in the Community Shield, and I was just saying to the lads in here, you missed a few chances, and I was rubbing my hands together saying, this lad is getting in all the positions. Forget missed chances. We all miss chances. And I just knew from that minute you were going to score so many goals. It's a mentality thing as well as a centre-forward. You've got to be able to miss chances to be able to score lots of goals.
Yeah, for me the most important thing is to come to chances, because when you come to chances, that means you're doing something right, and then of course you have to execute it in the right way, shooting the ball where the keeper is not standing and things like this. So yeah, that's what I try to focus on, not scoring goals, but to try to come to the next chance and to try to come to chances. Of course, I had one in the first half and the header, but it was a bit difficult. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to focus about. And yeah, true, as you say, after the Community Shield, I think it was good for me that I missed. I think I said it before. I think it was good that I missed these chances, so it made me a bit more ready for the Premier League. And we all knew what happened the week after. We played against West Ham, and it was 2 goals. So easy as that.
Erling, it's Sean here. Congratulations on breaking a record. Just a question not as serious as these two here. What was that guard of honour about?
Yeah, I think it was something Pep did, so I think you have to ask him. But my back hurts a lot now. I got a lot of slaps on my back, so it was hurting a bit. But yeah, what can I say? I think I might deserve those slaps there. You saw I was a bit worried there, but yeah, it was a nice moment, and yeah, it was funny.
And in all seriousness, that's a sign of the spirit, the togetherness of your dressing room, the one that you came into at the start of the season, and the one that's responded again tonight after Arsenal did their job last night, Erling.
Yeah, I think, you know, now we have to rest tonight, and tomorrow we have to start thinking about the next game against Leeds. That's how this job is. It's we cannot think of anything else now, and yeah, I think I said it in the start of the year. We have to take game by game, and we have to start going on a run. And this is exactly what we've been doing. And yeah, the spirit in this club is unreal. The vibe, and yeah, I don't know what other kind of difficult words I can use, but yeah, I really enjoy it.
Well, we've really enjoyed watching you, and again tonight. Tonight is a night you will never, ever forget, whatever else you do in your career. So well done. Drink it all in, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Erling Haaland. Well, there's plenty of nights he'll never forget, but tonight is one of them for Erling Haaland, the phenomenon that is Manchester City's number 9. 31 games he's played in the English Premier League, 35 goals, 23 with his left foot, 6 with his right foot, 6 headers, 7 penalties, 4 hat-tricks. He's averaging a goal every 71 and a half minutes in league football. His XG was 26.1. And out of those 35 goals, 34 of them have come inside the penalty area. Let's just leave those for a moment for everyone to digest, because it takes some taking in.
It is. It's quite incredible. I was just listening to and watching some of the goals he scored, and I heard my voice a couple of times mentioning, different words, phenomenon, and it's almost unfair, and the size of him, the speed of him, and and a lot of those quotes were from when I first clapped eyes on him in the Premier League after only 3, 4, 5 games. And I said then that we are potentially looking at somebody that could rewrite all the record books just, in his first half a dozen games. And he's gone on, and I must admit, I thought at the time, gee, he could score 40 goals this season, in all competitions. That's the line of... And then after a few more weeks, I was thinking, do you know what? He could score 50 goals this season. And he's, And he
has.
He has. It's just... Where's Defy? I mean, what can you say? It's almost like it's unfair.
The cheat code.
It is. It's cheating. He's too big and he's too fast. And he's in too good a team. I mean, it's just.
I think the question I have to ask to try and put it into perspective is: do you think we're likely, in the immediate future, to see anyone get close to 50 goals in all competitions?
I think you'll be asking a lot.
So that's how much of a one-off he is, this fella.
Yeah, but the problem is, I still think he's going to get better. I think this is just him feeling out the Premier League, knowing what the defenders are like, how aggressive they are, learning his teammates. The tactical insight from Pep is still all relatively new to him. I'm worried about what happens when he actually does settle in, how good they're actually going to be altogether.
The only thing I can say as a negative, he's not really graceful. He's not got lovely, beautiful touch and things like that, has he? He is just raw size and strength.
Touch wasn't bad tonight, was it?
No, it wasn't. But do you know what I mean? I'm comparing to the likes of Messi and and greats. He's not graceful for that point of view. I think when Sean says he can get better, I think his touch can probably get better. Well, not with the results. I mean, at the end of the day.
I mean, if you've got 51 goals as we sit here now, does gracefulness matter?
Well, I suppose if you're trying to, you're always trying to get better, aren't you? And he will go down as he's one of the greatest players in the world at the moment. If he wants to be a great or one of the greatest, which you've got to say at his age, he's got every chance of getting the numbers that would put him up there with some of the greatest if he continues, then, then you do start taking the all-round package. What was his touch like? What was his blah, blah, blah. And that's the only thing that if I'm sat here, listen, I've praised him more than probably anyone on this. I absolutely love the guy. Think he's unbelievable. But if you're trying to make him slightly better, Sean says he can get better. I mean, I'd say probably you can, his touch is... But in terms of raw power and speed and strength and goal-scoring ability, I mean, you mentioned his XG before. I know not many people follow that, but...
Yeah, go on and explain, because I knew you'd like that.
Well, just... So his XG is 20-something. Yeah,
26.1.
26.1, yeah. He scored 35 goals in the So it just goes to show as well, it's not just that he's getting millions of chances. He's so efficient as well. He's such a good finisher. I mean, there's so many strikers about that will score lots of goals, but their XG is actually higher than the goals they score. And that just goes to show that they're not that efficient. They just get lots of chances. But this guy, yes, he gets lots of chances, but with them, he's really efficient as well. He's outperforming the chances that he's getting by a considerable amount, 9 goals better. So that's equally as impressive as the numbers he's scoring.
Yeah, he's outperforming on that anyone in the top 5 European leagues. That won't be a surprise. Let's have a look at his record-breaking goal tonight as well. He scores different types of goals, but this was a little bit graceful, wasn't it, with the finish?
Yeah, it was. They obviously win the ball back here, and Jack, I thought we could have passed it here. He doesn't. He passes it the opposite side, but the little fake to chip, and he gets enough disguise on there to take it high enough over him. There's a little area here where we was talking about where possibly Bonga could have played him on side, but every time we look at it, we're like, a manager wouldn't tell you to do that, we both said, but it's a gamble, but the finish is excellent for me.
We're starting to ask defenders to do things that you wouldn't really be coached to do, would you? But you're in such desperation stakes when you're a defender that you probably do different things. Ogbonna there, he's probably, look at him, how far away he is, he's probably best actually taking a risk and trying to play him offside there. Because he's never, look, he's about 30 metres away. So it's unbelievable. What I do think is there's a couple of goals actually. Man City scored one against Arsenal not so long ago. When they're out of possession, Haaland just sort of drops back into that hole. And because teams nowadays, they split the centre halves to get possession, then all of a sudden they leave him. And I just wonder whether, even when they're in possession, whether someone just got to commit to it and say, do you know what, just in case we lose it, let's go and stand on him so it's not a free first pass to him.
And there's his numbers, 35 goals, 31 games. As I say, he's beaten Shearer and Cole, but there's some of the leading scorers from those seasons. Shearer and Cole, as you can see, played 42 and 40 games, respectively. So not only has he gone ahead, he's played 9 and 11 games less than those two greats. In fact, one of them, obviously, the all-time record goal scorer in the Premier League. Alan's on there again in the 93-94 season with Blackburn. Mo Salah, of course, 32 in 36. Ronaldo getting those 31 in 34, which actually was a pretty good record, wasn't it? And Luis Suarez as well. I mean, look at the company he's in. Look at the numbers that he's going past.
And not one of them has got more goals than appearances. You know, and that's not taken away from any of those. I mean, I couldn't get on that.
How good he's been
above
names like that.
How you can score more goals than you've had appearances is quite
in the Premier League.
Phenomenal. In the Premier League, in a unbelievably tough league. What can you say? I mean, the names up there for starters just show you what a top talent he is, and he's going to blitz them all. Not only with the amount of goals, but the ratio of goals compared to appearances, the ratio goals to minutes, the variation, right foot, left foot, heading. He's just got the whole lot, hasn't he? He's just got the whole lot. He's frightening.
Well, let's go back to the corresponding fixture against West Ham at the London Stadium back in August. It was all of our first league sighting of him. We spoke to him live afterwards. He was off and running after the penalty. And the strides and the rhythm he's had since this day, Sean.
But that's exactly what I was saying. I think from that moment, after the Liverpool game in the Community Shield, and then they went into that West Ham game, and then you could see sights of what they was trying to do and what was happening on that day. Like, they all seemed to be they went looking for him more, but they did go for a patch where everyone was talking about it. They're not looking for him enough, and then they got back on track with it. And he's reaping the rewards, and so are the people that are assisting him, giving him to him. They're getting assists, and he's getting the goals, and they just have to keep giving it to him. And like in today's game, you could see them trying, but there just wasn't space there to try it until the game opened up in the second half. Then all the chances we're watching back now became more visible, and that's where he gets his goal from.
I remember watching the Community Shield game at the start of the season, Steve. And he missed a few chances, and everybody was questioning him, and newspapers and phone-ins on the radio, and everybody was saying, "Oh, he's not got it. Not a great finisher because he missed a couple of sitters." And I was sat there thinking, no, that's what strikers do. You have to miss chances. I mean, he doesn't miss many, but the positions he was getting into, you just knew he was going to score goals this season. And there was a lot of debate. You know, two big signings. Liverpool had the big signing of obviously Nunez. And Erling Haaland was Manchester City's, and then the debates were who's going to score the most goals between those two, and split opinion, really. Well, I mean, it's quite laughable, isn't it, the people that said he wouldn't score goals. And look, I mean, the variation, the strength of him, the speed of him, the strike, just everything about it. Penalty taking is an important thing as well nowadays. There's that many penalties being given in games now, then you need a specialist penalty taker as well. He's only missed one. Just incredible.
And among that, as many goals as he's scored, he's actually put in on the assist as well. He's done the team side of it. He's tried to create for others, whether they've scored or they haven't scored. He's done that side of it as well. So you can see there's certain aspects of his game coming in how he's getting better and better. I think before the Arsenal game just gone, was talking about he doesn't hold the ball up as well as he does, and then in that game pulls the ball out the sky and passes it into Kevin De Bruyne. So you could already see him improving and getting better. So I just think there's nothing but positive to say about this guy.
Do you think he could break the all-time record? I mean,
Dixie Dean.
No, the Premier League all-time record. I mean, Harry Kane is.
Oh, Alan Shearer's.
Yeah.
If he stays, I think he can.
I mean, he's obviously missed a few years, hasn't he? He's been playing for Dortmund, whatnot. So he's missed a few years, but at the rate that he's going, if he continues this for a few years, then
4.5 seasons.
he's only going to do it. Yeah, he only has to just see out his contract, and he's done it. It's like makes a mockery of what we've all been trying to do forever. A full career, he's just going to do it in 4 years. Mad.
And let's not forget, he could have 9 games left to play this season as well.
That is the scary thing, that he's already made history, but now for the next 9 games, he's possibly going to be breaking his own record.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you know how much he's got to look forward to as well. We talk about all the records in the Premier League, but there's some big cup finals, there's some big games coming up. You know, his numbers are just like we've hardly ever seen before, and I dread to think where it's going to end for him.
I mean, we've all been lucky enough to spend time with him. What a great guy, as well as a great player.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he's so humble. I haven't been that lucky enough to meet him in person and sit down and have a chin wag, but from what I've seen of him, he's so humble. You can see he's clearly still grounded, and you can see he just wants to get better and he just wants to enjoy his time playing football.
And it was interesting to hear about how saying the spirit is unreal at this club.
Yeah, I think that's what you've got to create. It's okay getting all the best players. We've seen that. We've seen that lots. We've seen that recently. You know, at Chelsea this season, you can buy lots and lots of great players, but you need, you know, more than that. You need a team spirit. It looks like they've got that. He looks like he's got an amazing friendship with Jack Grealish, and straight away there's the combination today. I think if you get those relationships off the pitch, then it makes it easier on the pitch as well. And you say about his character, you can tell, can't you? He's such a nice lad, but he's just got that little bit as well, hasn't he? A bit different to everyone else. He's got that confidence, and I don't like using the word, but a tiny bit of arrogance and whatever. And he tries to come over in a nice way, and absolutely he does. But you can see the glint in his eye. He's a born killer that needs to score goals. He's just, you can see it. You can see it. He's wanting to say things. He says the odd word that you think, oh yeah, he's very confident. And you have to be like that.
Well, some great scenes of celebration at the end there, but how hard did your team have to work for that tonight, Pep?
Every game is hard. We know it at the end. So the game was, the day was so cold, wind, and all the environment was a little bit like that. So we didn't play bad. But they have incredible got structure, and we had the chances, not a lot, but the second half was much better. We helped us, of course, score in the beginning. But we could see just one shooter in the first half, one in the second, and the main chances we had. And yeah, really pleased. 5 games left. So one of the games we had in hand, we used it well, and yeah, recover quick. And Saturday at 3 p.m. against St. Allardyce.
Yes, so on that subject, in that first 45, was it obvious to you how to break that structure that West Ham had?
Well, it's difficult. It's patient. It's have the ability, the 1-against-1 in left side, going to have one more man there. We attack more fluently than the right. In the second half, John helped us a lot to attack a little bit better in the right side. And but everyone was taking contribution. We lost a lot of balls. We were a little bit anxious in the first half in the falls. So the defender had to defend without being anxious, and we were a little bit making stupid falls. That is a reality. But in general, with this amount of games and games and games, so sometimes you drop a little bit. And we drop a little, but not much to suffer the results at the end, the chances that we had. So it was much, much more than them. And at the end, 3 more points. And, you know, keep going.
Yep, 3 points, 3 great second half goals. I imagine it will be the second one that does get the headlines. Just how deserving is Erling Haaland of that Premier League record he's now broken?
Well, so, yeah, and it's unbelievable. So how many goals has he already scored, and important is to score to help us to win games, and all the team is satisfied for that because he's a unique person. So player, of course, but the person is also so special, and And yeah, it was nice to. He deserves the guard of honor we have done to him, and because it's an incredible milestone. So, and one day maybe he will be break his record, or another one he'll be break this record. But he has to score a lot of goals.
You may have seen before the Guard of Honor on the big screen 1,000 goals under Pep Guardiola.
Not bad at
Something
all.
you can be proud of, eh?
Yeah, of course, many goals. The goal at the end is the moment of the pleasure for our fans and ourselves. So 1,000 times we enjoy it. So yeah, it's not bad. A lot of goals. So yeah, very pleased for all the players and how they follow us this time and these 7 years. So yeah, keep going, keep moving forward.
Well, congratulations tonight. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you so much. See you.
Fans delighted with your goal, but delighted to see you full stop, perhaps back a little bit earlier today than expected.
Yeah, no, luckily in the end it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I trained a couple of times and yeah, luckily everything went well and stayed fit and yeah, now hopefully I can just kick on again.
Yeah, what was it like then, coming straight back into another high-pressure game, really, against a side that made it so difficult for you to get past them, especially in that first half?
Yeah, no, it's good. You know, every game from now on is going to be tough like this. Everyone is fighting for something. So we knew it was going to be a tough game, but yeah, we just had to dig in, keep playing our game. Maybe it wasn't the best game we've played, but yeah, it's all about the 3 points at the moment. And yeah, in the end we stayed strong and yeah, we managed to win.
Yeah, it's just all about picking those moments. You did it perfectly, didn't you, with the first goal?
Yeah, it was a perfect ball from Riyad, and yeah, luckily I was there to head it in. I had one in the first half where I missed it, so this one I think it was good to head in.
On the subject of perfection, Erling Haaland with the second, some special scenes out there at the end.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. Yeah, the way he came in and he does what he does every day, and today again scoring a goal, he's always there. And no, to be honest, he deserves everything he gets. He works so hard. He's a top player. I don't have to tell you that. But now the way he works, the way he is for the team, how humble he stays after all the praise and everything, I think is a great addition. And yeah, hopefully he can score even more.
Result, that performance?
A lot of good stuff. You know, I thought we done a good job in the way that we set up to try and play and make it difficult for them. But to concede a goal from a set piece against Man City was difficult. But tonight maybe we didn't have some of the boys who might have helped us in those situations. But that was the gut wrenching thing, because you know they can open you up and they can score good goals against you. But I thought in the main we defended very well.
Yeah, with that first half defensive display, what do you think was at the heart of it?
Organisation. The players giving everything they can to try and do more than one job. They force you into, you know, doing 2 or 3 different jobs and trying to do it as well as we could. A little bit of good fortune you need at times as well. One hits inside of the post, and so you need a little bit of that when you come to Man City. And I thought that we deserved it. I thought we'd done really well in the first half.
Yeah, the nature then, as you mentioned, of that goal that you did concede. Do you think perhaps after what's been a difficult month, actually, that then really got to the players?
No, I don't think it's anything to do with the last month. Nothing to do with that at all. I think it was to do with not defending
just with all the effort they've put in after what has been such a testing period in general.
Yeah, I do. I accept that. It's been a testing period for Man City as well. So I still hope that we would defend it. I wouldn't. I've told the players, you know, I don't accept them, you know, getting away with it. But yeah, they've had an incredible period, and you know, we've still got more to come.
Soufal went off with what looked like to be a hamstring problem. Can you tell us anything there?
No, just that you think, you know, he felt his hamstring, so we'll need to check it out in the morning and see how he is. But hopefully it'll not be too bad.
So despite the results, certainly things positives that you'll be taking from tonight into now your last handful of games?
Well, there were a lot of things we didn't enjoy. No, we don't enjoy them having all the possession. But if they're going to have the possession, then we need to make sure that we do a good job. And we've done a very good job defensive-wise. The players done a great job. They're defending the box and all the things that to do. We didn't keep the ball well enough when we turned it over. We had a chance to get it and, you know, and do some things with it. But, you know, we give the ball away for the second goal terribly, which, you know, in the halfway line, which frees up Haaland to get a run through. Prior to that, we'd kept him really, really quiet in the game. So you know, that was disappointing. The third goal was a deflected shot from the edge of the box. So in the end, I don't know if the scoreline's actually fair on us, but it certainly would if you're talking about possession, because Man City are so good at it, and they caused us lots of problems with how well they kept the ball.
position maintenant. Alors que se passe-t-il? Le buteur Hakim Ziyech est resté au sol.